Hey, Max here, and welcome to The Daily Show, where I translate movie news, read between the lines, and get real as possible with movie talk. Now, warning, this show has more opinions, rumors, and speculation, and a lot more Mad Max. That's how we're going to get about movie news. So I encourage all of you to get real and join in the conversation in the comments below. And let's talk about what's going on in movies and Star Wars. There will be Star Wars news in this episode. So let's get started. First, critics, don't drink the KoolAid. I may be working on more on that in the future. But Campia is again campaigning against Moviepass. Sorry. And the campaign from big movie companies and theater chains continues against Moviepass. So my translation on what's really going on here is he's fronting, trying to act like he's a man of the people. I know Moviepass has to be aggressive with their business tactics because you can't offer a value to the public if you don't. And going overboard on one company is becoming really annoying. He's had so many videos on this, especially because he gets all his movies for free with his premiere movie privilege and movie company privilege, especially Disney. And along with that, him being over the top on Ahsoka and Space Whales. Will Campia ever be have that strong of opinion on a Disney movie in theaters? I don't think so. It is safe to comment on things that are not in the theater. He says, I hate the prequels. Space Whales are stupid. So I really think this is just him fronting. And he's just still a shill for movie companies. So don't drink the KoolAid. Don't believe everything you hear from movie critics. Wait. I'm really looking forward to Campia getting this hard on a Disney movie. And the reason it makes me so upset is because Moviepass, okay, there's sketchy behind the scene stuff. All of movie making in Hollywood is like that. They're all sketchy. And it provides a value to the public, and it's a way to reinvigorate movie going. So that's my big issue there. And then the other big topic for this daily show today is Matt Reeves' Batman, I believe, is canceled. I've been thinking this for a while now, but I'm going to get more into why. That's another movie translation, I think, to read between the lines. Look at the news coming out from DC movie universe right now. I really believe it's canceled. So here we go. Let's get to the next image here. And the reason I think this is the Birds of Prey announcement cast serious doubt on Matt Reeves' Batman. Timing is everything. Think about when you hear these movie news. We got the Spielberg announcement, Birds of Prey. And when did this come out? Right after Jake Gyllenhaal said, I'm not going to be doing Batman. And he was the rumor lead for the new trilogy for a long time. So, just like Lucasfilm, when something comes up that's not the greatest news, they follow it up with announcement to get the public off of that news. So, what are we talking about now? We're talking about Spielberg, his new movie for DC, and Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. We're not thinking about Jake Gyllenhaal and Matt Reeves. And I really believe that is why the Matt Reeves trilogy is in trouble. I think it's done because he is a hot director and he cannot wait around for DC to get their act together, honestly. And the Batman, it's also has a uphill battle to have a new trilogy to compete with Christopher Nolan. So I have serious doubts if we're ever going to get the Matt Reeves trilogy Batman. I think they're just going to be focusing on all these other movies. So I would love to know your thoughts and what you think really about these announcements. That's my opinion. This is big news. I don't know if any other movie talk is covering this. Netflix is looking into obtaining physical brick and mortar movie theaters, and this is awesome to me, especially if they work in your membership somehow. If you could go to the movie theater, maybe have another tier for movie going, this would be amazing. In my opinion, my translation here is it's a battle against Disney, and it just got real because Disney owns Disney is big blockbuster movies now. The way they're releasing their movie schedule throughout the year, everything they're doing with strong-arming movie theaters, it's too hard to compete with them. And where is Disney going next? They're going after streaming. So what does Netflix do? It goes after brick and mortar movie theaters. So I think there is a definite battle there. Maybe you want a whole hot topic on it. This is the other purpose of the show. Hot topic is not going away. I just need to do this daily so I could talk about a bunch of stuff with you movie fans. We get the real opinions. We talk real about movies. And it gives us a shot to say, you know what? I think this needs explained more thoroughly in a full Hot Topic episode. So if you want to see it, comment below, let me know. But I really think there's more going on here, and there's a definite battle between Disney and Netflix. And also, the critics are on Disney's side. Because if everyone has access at the same time, critics become more and more irrelevant. And you know what? I think that's the future. I think access to everything is the future, and customer service and what customers want should come becoming more and more. And the way things are now is archaic. It's baloney because it's too much behind the scenes quid pro quo relationship with critics and movie companies. And that's why they're so against streaming. Is it a coincidence that everything gets super panned that is immediately available on Netflix streaming where the critics and the public can see it at the same time? Read between the lines there. Yes, there can be some garbage Netflix releases, but there's a reason they're so against it. Their jobs, their livelihood depend on having that access first. Netflix is a company. I don't show for companies, but I've been a Netflix member since the beginning. They've done some things I don't agree with, but they try hard and they're going forward. They knew streaming was going to be a thing before anyone else, and I applaud this if they're going to try this. Because I do like going to the movies still, and you need to be aggressive if you're talking about Disney. All right, the next news is Steven Spielberg may be working on a DC movie. And the reason it's news for two reasons. This is his quote: "There will be a time when superhero movies will go the way of the Western," saying it's like a phase and it's going to fade out. But now he's going to work on a DC movie. Black Hawk comic for DC calls for action. I don't know too much about this DC comic property. All I have to say is, you know what? People make comments in time. I don't think comic book movies are going to go the way of the Western soon, though. I think it is a possibility. As long as Feige is involved in putting in that quality, but if it starts to slide, it's very easy that it could turn this way. So I don't hold this against him, and even though I disagree with a lot of Steven Spielberg's recent comments, I think he's a very good filmmaker, one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, favorite directors, and if he's going to do a DC property, yeah, go ahead. I say I want to see it, because before anything else, before all this other stuff about who should direct, all I care about is if it's going to be a good movie. So I think he can produce a good movie, so go ahead. I don't care what you said before. That's my opinion. Moviepass, a way to save theaters is under constant attack on all ends. and they are operating at a loss, and that may be intentional. What better way to get up a large user base than to have a real discount and get a bunch of people in? Now, I hope they never go under, because I am a Moviepass card holder and it is a value to the customer. I don't know if this business model can be sustainable forever, meaning unlimited. So some of the Campia's video today was talking about a 4-movie plan a month, and I really don't want that to happen. But if it does, honestly, being real, I'll keep my Moviepass and I'll just deal with it, because 4 movies is still a value. I prefer the unlimited plan, but if this is the way for them to stay in business, I'm all for it. They have an uphill battle competing with, or going against AMC, and movie companies are pretty much against this service as well, which I don't know why, but there's a lot behind the scenes stuff, and a lot of ways they make their money with the data and your habits as a movie going person, a customer. So, but I really hope they figure this out, and if it has to go to 4, I'm still going to be a card holder, because man, that's a way to save movies, and it's good for the public. Anything that's a value to the customer, I am for. All right. So now here's to some Star Wars news. After Lord and Miller firing, the way Kathy changed things up with the Solo movie is she made Enfys Nest a bigger character and gave her the crew of the Cloud Riders. So that's interesting there. It really sort of makes you think, though, that another thing that happened after Lord and Miller left, and this again is where I come in with the movie news translator. I think Solo took more of a backseat in his own movie, and they changed it because he's not as exciting as the other characters, and they have more plans with this Enfys Nest character. And I have a theory about Enfys Nest if you want to check out my video. Also in Star Wars news, Episode 9 is being touted as the end of the Skywalker saga. And here's a little family tree of the Skywalkers. And I think if this is true, it seems that way. As far as we know, Ben Solo is the last. What biggest mistake in movie history is to kill off such an important family tree in a fictional movie universe is the Skywalkers. People are for or against Kylo and Ben Solo, but to kill off what got you there, big mistake is my point of view. So tell me your thoughts there. And another theory, and this actually came from Mike Zero. I was watching his video. Would Lucasfilm try and link these characters? Could Snoke be Dryden Voss? It's an interesting theory. He does sort of have a similar look and similar interests with his style. The reason I don't think this they would do it is because the actor that originally played it was going to be completely different. But maybe they changed it up, and when they made Paul Bettany Dryden Voss, I don't know. It may be too much of a stretch. But what do you guys think? Is that possible? Both characters are into living luxurious. He's a collector, surrounds himself by nice things, so it's there. He has a similar look. He has scars on his face already, and actually look at that staple on his head, and then that crater in Snoke's head. I don't know. It's possible, I guess. Interesting theory, and it came from Mike Zero, so there you go. Also, Enfys Nest in a Boba Fett movie. They're really going to be pushing this character. Now, that other news where Kathleen made Enfys a bigger character and gave her a whole crew really makes you think maybe they have more plans for her. And sequel. Now, is the sequel going to be Solo, or is the sequel going to be Boba Fett? Because I think you're either going to get Enfys in a sequel to Solo or Boba Fett. So, this is more of a intro to Enfys Nest than a Solo movie. Here's some posters you could get for Avengers Infinity War. 5 exclusive posters designed by Matt Ferguson, available from Ogden Cinemas. Some really interesting posters there. Some really cool. I don't know how you get these. I would assume it'd probably be like an IMAX showing, and different dates for different posters. You're gonna have to see it 5 times. Maybe some of you out there are planning to see it 5 times. I'm planning to see it at least twice in theaters, maybe 3 times. And here's some Steelbook news. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is coming out this summer, and there is a Steelbook collection on Best Buy. The reason I included it now is if you want to put your pre-order in, the price dropped to $69.99, and it also has a $15 movie ticket for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So that's a good value to you viewers there if you're planning on collecting it. Interesting. Well, it's pretty basic Steelbook there, but I prefer this to the last Steelbook release Best Buy put out. And all in one collection there. That's nice. I already have it, so I don't think I'll be picking this up. Also, because of Avengers Infinity War, there is new Steelbooks coming out on Best Buy. They're okay to me, but if you haven't got the original Steelbooks, this is a nice way to get them. They have the digital codes, so that's nice too. I would have liked a little bit something more exciting for the images, but it is also that Matt Ferguson exclusive art who did the posters for the theater release, so that's interesting there too. But if you're looking for these, I would act quick on these more so than Jurassic Park, because Jurassic Park seems to be readily available, but only one of these is still available to pre-order right now. I don't know if that'll change if it comes in and out of pre-order status, but I think just the Age of Ultron or Civil War is available right now. So if you want those, act quick. And now to the viewer comment, and it comes from Magnus1410, and this is about my Kira speculation video. I totally agree. I think Kira is going to be exposed as a main villain. It's going to be another lame subversion of expectations. She's portrayed in trailers as Han's love interest, so this plot twist is obvious. It really seems like they're going to be pushing this character again for sequels. Even if Han's not in the sequel, she may be in the Boba Fett movie. So I agree with you there. It seems like that's the way they're going. And I want to remind you, you don't have to follow me anywhere. All I want for you is to join in the conversation. Patreon stinks. I have enough t-shirts. And Movie Talk Ham Girls is a trend I really can't stand. I work for comments. I don't work for tips. So if you want to comment, if you want to talk about movies, just comment below and join in the conversation. I'll see you on the next Daily Show or Hot Topic episode. Have a good one, guys.